I don't know how, but throughout this whole video, I say Ashikoshi instead of ANAKOJI. I don't know how that happened, and I'm not gonna re-record everything. So, this is your warning. Please don't bully me. I wanted to start this off with something witty, but this is what you're gonna get. Hello, and welcome, my friends. The 3 people that watch my content, I'm happy to let you know that I am starting a new series. This is the first episode of that. That was twisted. I will now be watching every single anime-related thing that I get recommended on TikTok. I just started doing this because I am unoriginal and I want to be the anime Drew Gooden. I plan to make this a series, and I will make a rule set for myself, subject to change. I have to watch at least 3 episodes or read 10 chapters of every anime that has come up. If I feel like it, I will go through more of it. Second, I will need to figure out the anime that they are recommending. I know this should be brain dead, but fucking TikTok recommendations have a stick up their ass where they usually have a tweet that is edited within a kaleidoscope fucking filter, and then they don't put any source material on it. They just put an edited thing of some random character, and they don't say the character, they don't say anything, they just show a scene. I don't know. They're just ridiculous. Usually they have no banner, no hashtags, no anything for this, so I'll be going out of my way to find it. Thankfully, God is real, and there's a lot of people that usually just say, oh, it's this anime and I really like it. Thank you, 2016's Twitch man on TikTok. Your service does not go unnoticed. But that's the base of the rule set, so I'll have something to talk about for each series. So let's get into it. I don't have a theme yet for the show, but The first anime I watched wasn't even really a recommendation, so I'm just fucking lied to you. I know. Great sound effects, by the way. I can really tell that I put more than 3 seconds of thought into that one. Anyway, I was scrolling through the Tiki-Taki, where I heard an all too familiar sound, the same fucking sound that has been on every other TikTok that I've scrolled through. I think there's been some confusion. I'm not the one in trouble here. There are only 4 of you. Along with the loudest sounding 808s that I've ever heard from a 1987 flip phone. Or at least that's how fucking distorted the sound is. Somehow, that is what made me want to make this video. Because finally, the 3rd video actually was the scene from the show. That show was called Assassination Classroom. I'm a liar. I don't know why I said that. I saw Classroom and for some reason said that. Classroom of the Elite. Season 2, Episode 12. What the fuck? What the fuck? You're gonna tease me from the second to last episode of the whole fucking show? Fuck you, random TikToker. Fuck you. So, I watched all of it. Yeah, I kind of ruined a weekend just by getting the idea of this show, watching the first 3 episodes, and then never stopping. I just kept going. You're welcome. You're gonna get a longer review for this one. It starts out with Ashikoshi doing his best Hachiman impression. Oh, I forgot to give my spoiler spiel. If you haven't watched the show, and it's come out more than 2 years ago, I don't give a living fuck. I'm gonna spoil it. Talk about it openly. So, the first season is open game for me. The second season, I'm gonna be more secretive and probably just like not talk about it, really. Just give you my opinions. Got it? Good. L dies in Death Note. So the show starts out with Ishikoshi doing his best Hachiman impression, giving us a monologue about how equality doesn't really exist. I love that he gives us a full quote. I always loved how people don't use full quotes in context. A lot of quotes just like they use like bits of it to work in their own narrative. So it's cool seeing somebody do the thing that I do by ruining it by giving people the full quote. And then they give us a scene that really gives us the quote weight and show basically the proof that that quote is right. As you grow older, equality goes away in our actions through life. And the first scene also gives us a glimpse of how all of our classmates are going to handle situations. Hachiman Prime, Suzune, and douchebag McGee don't all give up their seat for an elderly woman, because they all are selfish. At least outwardly. You can see the whole show centers around the fact that most people have a hidden side to them, and while most in the scene not only show how people aren't created equal, they also outwardly show what they want, whether it's the sweet, dank Kushida or douchebaggery of Douche McGee, as we see later from this show. Some of those in the scene are softer than they are acting, and some of them hide their more intense emotions by being kind. And I love how the show centers around these 2 points consistently. They have a point system in this school that they're going to that works out like cash for them. Each class can earn points in ways that aren't fully explained, and even throughout the second season isn't really fully explained. Each class are put into homerooms based on their test scores, and our main characters are all at the bottom and have a severe disadvantage. As these classes learn this, they pit the classes against each other in games and fights that earn them points and gaining benefit. Oh, wait. No, it can't be. No. Ah! Yeah, to be honest, this is an adult version of Baka and Test. I mean, the main characters look the same. They both have a cute girl acting extra cute for the MC's attention, hiding an evil side. Both have a brainiac that somehow made it to the bottom class. Even some of the villains are the same. They just turn Yoshi into a smart guy. I just wish Hideyoshi was here. I just want to see my boy, my girl, my Hideyoshi. I want to see him. After getting settled in after the first episode, the second started off much the same but ended with a small droplet of info for our protagonists. Desperate to get the attention of her brother, Yuri from Doki Doki Literature Club finds herself about to get beat the fuck up by her brother. That is until Baka to Test comes and save her by showing he too is hiding a talent for being that fucking guy. It's said here that he is also faking his test scores to be on the bottom. Bruh, I wish I was that fucking smart to be able to fake being stupid. The third episode comes around and we meet our main antagonist for the series up to the end of season 2. Sakuragi from Slam Dunk then gets beat up by Rin from 50% Off. Sharkbait over here is legit a super cool villain that kinda is pushing things from behind the scenes, letting his cronies do the work for the first season. Next we meet the real side of Dank Kush. The token yandere of the series isn't messing around and should probably go to prison for more than one reason. Am I in love? Maybe. Then we get into the why are you hitting yourself arc, when we learn Sharkbait is trying to fuck over Class D. Basically because they are easy targets. Slam Dunk doesn't make it hard for him to start shit either. Within this arc, we get properly introduced to the female Clark Kent. While being superhumanly hot in private, she is very shy and is the pivotal reason for our MC and Yuri to be able to outsmart Sharkmen's henchmen. I don't know why it took me that many times, and I'm not gonna do it again. Then she gets more development with the Stalker episode, where Baka test shows off his skills at also being L from Death Note, knowing where to entrap the Genshin Impact players. This impresses Yuri's brother Yaoi, and he tries to recruit Baka test to his fold. Baka test, however, would rather be more LOL random and keep to himself. I find it fascinating how he keeps getting into situations that would rattle him or at least falter on his ideals, and he seems to consistently stay strong and emotionless. I forgot to say earlier, but I love this fucking character design, and it looks more intimidating with him having like no emotions. It really helps his aesthetic of pushing off all of his wins onto others because he kind of is able to hide in the background. Just like Hachiman. God damn it. Next scene, we see the shark from Jaws about to murder the three that couldn't frame Roger Rabbit from the shadows. Jimmy from fucking South Park comes in and chews the fucking scenery. While stopping the hit on the three idiots, she obviously has enough weight to keep Shark Week from doing any more damage. The next act, oh god, I fucking hate these nicknames. I'm so dumb. This last arc of the season starts, and I would like to call it Lost But Better, where it is a mix from the Hunter x Hunter exams where they are on the island and just the show Lost. What I mean by this is there's a lot of fun with a lot of politics that keeps you on your toes and guessing who will win the challenge, and it also has a lot of really stupid shit fighting that separates people for no fucking reason. At least there isn't a fucking doctor that's useless throughout the whole series. Sorry, I really liked Lost, and I fucking hate the doctor. The whole B-plot, creating conflicts for no fucking reason, presenting itself as an A-plot conflict, which I guess kind of creates its own version of the hiding the true purpose of these people, like hiding their emotions, hiding that they have a second being to themselves. I don't fucking know. I hate it. There's no reason for it. Overall, I really love this anime, and I want to give a speech that pulls on your heartstrings about this anime before the show that I'm creating just becomes, man, fuck all these recommendations, these shows are shit. When I finished the first season, I realized how much I missed old school anime. While not actually being that old of a series, it felt like an old school anime. I've been on this wanting to watch and read past anime and manga I haven't experienced yet, so that's why I created this show, so that I could force myself to watch stuff. All the new shows that have been coming out have felt so dull and hard to look past the repetitiveness. There's been some amazing shows that have come out, like Mushoku Tensei, Hell's Paradise, Zom 100, but I feel the rest of the pack can really be summarized in a paragraph or two. They all kind of sound the same. Anime protagonist 2865 got hit by a truck and now is in a fantasy world, but isn't exactly the same as the other guys and has some arbitrary thing that makes him different from the other people, but every other fucking story beat is the same. Classroom of the Elite came out in 2017, around the time I noticed anime started to become mainstream. I also got out of high school around that time. I didn't really want to think of high school. I didn't really want anime in that setting. And you wouldn't believe how hard that fucking shit was. Every anime is set in a fucking school. I wanted to live my life like an idiot I am and watch swords swing at each other without the backdrop of whiteboards and kids sneaking vapes into the bathroom. Now, however, I am so removed from it, and with the repetition of anime tropes nowadays, I want to go back to high school, when every anime was original and new to me. So I started this anime thing to start a show and find the hidden gems through the recommendations on the worst of platforms. And holy shit, I found the right one right away. It's got a lot of the same tropes they do now in anime, But I feel this is how you do a mysterious main character with some fucked up backstory we don't know about yet. Instead of the, I have a dark side that isn't just murdering people for no fucking reason and then it'll be over in 2 episodes when I'm a normal character again. Ishikoshi, or I guess Baka to test, legit has some creepy shit going on behind those eyes, with the murderous tendencies that he doesn't use. And I love it. The main girl, Suzune, reminds me a lot of Yokono from Snafu. I don't know if I said that name right. And if anybody knows anything about me, I love some evil bitch that tries to run the show. There's this depth of character with everyone in the show. This theme of people being two-faced, or as they say it in the show, having a hidden side. And that's a good story concept. I don't think I see blatantly used as well as this as often. I find it funny how blank the main character is while having so much hidden depth to him. I may be projecting with the eyes because his eyes speak to my soul. I have the same half-lid thing going on and I love him. I love that design choice. There's a design choice for each of the characters and they look how they want to be portrayed even though they aren't what they truly are. Like Suzune looks like that bitch, but her hidden side is that she's really fragile around her brother. Kikuno is made to be a cute girl, but is fucking evil. Glasses is shy, but takes not safe for school pics on social media. And with the main character being so blank, he is able to hide in the background and let other people take credit for the creepy shit that he does on the side. I really wish more anime would come up with concepts and stick to them like this. I feel a lot of anime today are like concept funny. Now let's forget about what happened after the first 2 episodes. Old school anime really is where it's at. And nobody can change my mind. The show is a 9 out of 10 for me at the moment. Recency bias may play a large part on this, but I will update my scores at the end of each of one of these episodes. I love you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I am now a real YouTuber. Love you. Goodbye. Smooches. Mwah, 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 mwah.